Here is part 2 of my diesel heater setup. So you can see I've got the exhaust hose for heat stretched all the way out. I'm just running it into a box here so I can get you a reading. Looks like we're getting somewhere around the mid 60 Celsius. Just kind of shooting the back of the box here. This little storage tote. So we're kicking out pretty good heat. Right now it's only 20 degrees Celsius outside. Not super cold, but you know, we're looking at a 48 degree difference. And I'm running this uninsulated hose all the way over there. In the winter time, with snow on the ground, you might not want to have it done like that. You might want to insulate the hose, but you can get a pretty good distance away from this. You can see we're pretty hot out of the exhaust. Here's my solar setup. I used some foam matting from Harbor Freight and built this case to kind of hold it. I got stuff wedged in here, and then when I shut the case, everything's pretty weatherproof. I bought these kayak openings here to run all my cables through. So right now, I'm running solar on this. I'm getting about 150 watts of input solar. This diesel heater is only pulling 34 watts, so I've got, you know, a net of about 120 watts right here. So we're still charging and we're running our device. So this is actually pretty low power usage. I've got one of these Max Fire or Maker Fire sensors here. It tells me I'm pulling about 7.63 amps from my solar panels at about 19 volts or so. And this is showing 147 watts. So I run that out, and that's going to run over to my solar panels. These are the Harbor Freight solar panels. They're rated at 100 watts each. Right now it's mid to end December, and so I'm getting 140 watts out of 2 of them. I'll accept that. I've actually exceeded 200 watts on these panels in the summertime. So just due to the sun angle right now, that's about all we're going to get, but that's plenty to run that heater. And then you can see I put these connectors on, so I ditched what connectors that these came with, and I put these solar connectors on. And then I upgraded the cable and put a looks like a 6mm cable. Unfortunately, I couldn't do the same here. This is all like potted in, so I couldn't make it a beefier cable up into there, but I'm not gonna pull that much power from these, so I don't have to worry about the cables smoking on me. But I definitely upgraded the cable to get a better voltage at the inverter, solar inverter battery. The bigger the cable, the less of the voltage drop you're gonna get. So I'm running these in parallel. So here's my other cable. You can see they're both running. And I've got them run both in parallel here using these adapters. So we're paralleled in. Like I said, we're getting about 19.3 volts in. You could run these in series, but now you're going to be up in the voltage, and these solar inverters here don't necessarily like the voltage. So right here you can see this says 12 volts to 28 volts input, 200 watts max. So I did not want to risk putting 40 volts in here. This upgraded model that I have right here, this one can accept 60 volts, but I decided to build my setup based on the lesser one. So I have two of these, so I can run things DC, I can charge USB devices. On the back here I put these extensions here. They're just like a rotating extension. On the back, that's where the AC is on the output of this. This one's got the AC on the front of it. So I can run plenty of stuff here and charge while I am using my heat. So I hope you liked the video. If you want me to go into more detail on how I did all this, let me know in the comments. For now, take it easy.